Jeez, I can't believe the judge of purgatory let us off after I showed him my cool thumb trick.
Yeah, nice job. I mean, we almost got into internal damnation there.
Wait a second. I just realized something. Are we in Japan?
No. I think we'd be Hutchat. Look, there's an advert for the quest over there. Look.
Well, might as well enjoy it while we're here. Ah, this is an awfully convenient shop to go in. I think this is I think that's Cowboy Bebop bread. I think that's Cowboy Bebop bread. You know him. You love him. It's Sam.
Okay.
And kitkat of the Kitkast channel. Hello everyone, welcome to episode 69. We are gonna get down on the floor and have gay sex.
Wait, what? What?
You know, whenever
I have
I'm
not been
reading
told that.
manga, I'm always annoyed when I get to the 69th chapter and there's no gay sex. So, so to uphold my own biases, me and you, right now.
No, okay, hold on, no.
Ah!
No, I can't move. It's not fair.
Okay.
I'm locked in place. I can't do that.
I'm just kidding, guys. I would never have gay sex live on the podcast. That is strictly a personal business. All right?
It's a Patreon exclusive.
Yeah, it's Patreon exclusive, and we keep that to business meetings and exchanges of wealth. You know?
Yep.
It's like that one funny video from The Onion where they made the prison economy video. Have you seen that one? I like that video.
I have not, no.
I like it. It's very funny. The Onion's very, very funny. They like I'm doing like an old man. You know, the
Like
Onion
fake.
is very, yeah, they're like the fake news.
It's like a fake news, yeah.
They're
It's
probably
funny.
one of the most.
I think I've seen some of their articles.
So it was just like a take on, like, you know, the stock market, how they're talking about the stock market. You know, you're gonna have to hold your money. You're gonna have to be more. Well, you just really start. You know, buy. You know, all that shit. But it's like doing it from the rise of a prisoner and the prison economy. And he's like, you know, I'm giving out hand jobs left and right, but now a handkerchief's gonna cost you 3 cigarettes, a cell phone's not even in the question for your average prisoner. It's really bad for the economy right now. I'd say just hold everything, keep everything secure, always keep a shiv on you. I'll be giving out hand jobs in the meantime. I pray for all of you.
Oh my god. Interesting.
I think my favorite part is he's just talking about the stock market really, you know, like in the average smart way, and then he's like, that's right, and then some guy tried to run up on my shit. I had to stab him. But that's just how it's gonna be for a while. You just kind of have to work around this. It's like so funny how he switches between it. I think I don't know why that one's just been on my mind for a while. I think it's one of the funniest skits on YouTube. But we should say, hey everyone, welcome to this episode of Cast, like in a real way instead of in the sex way. I'm gonna start us off with the topic that we need to talk about. We need to talk about this.
Yeah.
This has been on. Obviously, everyone's been hearing about this. They've been thinking about this. It's been on the news all over the place right now. Resonite, right? So, Resonite. You guys can't escape it. Everyone's just talking about. No, Resonite is we you know, we have a funny bit between us, not actually on the podcast, because that's sort of the point of the bit. Is we a little while ago said that we were going to play Resonite to test out whether or not it was good, and we talked up Resonite pretty big. I remember it was mostly me and Jester, because I was sort of going off what Jester told me, and I was like, theoretically that would be cool, and Jester was like, no, it is cool, it is. But Resonite is essentially just a VR chat competitor. It's not.
Yeah, it is severely underwhelming, and I mean, it is like, I'm assuming it's obviously still in beta, but it is shocking how poorly it runs, even on good equipment and good hardware. I mean, I mean, for example, one thing I think of is the load times.
Yeah.
Even though you technically load in instantly and you're actually in the environment, in the world, and you can interact with other players and stuff, nothing is actually loaded, so you're just having to wait there for maybe 5 minutes while everything actually does load. And so you'll just see a bunch of stuff appear out of nowhere, or you'll see like loading bars, um, which I mean is, I guess technically yes, you have instant load times, but it's kind of cheating,
Yeah.
I feel.
And
Um,
mind you, when you load in instantly and you have to load all the assets, you might be like, well, I mean, there might be a lot of assets. No, no, it's a whole lot of PNGs and flat surfaces. Like when we look around this place, we've got some pretty like cool, intricate textures and designs and shit. Obviously, you guys can't see it, but we're in a bar, right? So there's a lot of stuff going on, and this pretty much loaded instantly. This like is so much like this single room has probably more textures than your average Resonite world. Like,
yeah, I mean, I do think that in fairness to Resonite, it probably doesn't. We probably weren't going to the worlds that did have actual stuff, but also it's not as well known and popular as VR chat, so it won't have as many people creating worlds. But even still, I think that, the like let's say for example this world, it was 58 megabytes. The like 30 seconds that it took to actually load it and then to get into the world was much more enjoyable than instantly getting in and then waiting maybe 2 or 3 minutes for stuff to load. And sometimes it takes longer because you actually have to go to the area where the stuff is like actually is, and then it'll start loading it. So you might have to do like a couple laps around the world just for everything to load, which is a little bit annoying.
the thing, the thing that actually annoyed me the most about Resonite, and it's really, really small, but I think it goes to show that, and this, because the thing that annoys me most about it is that it's not a beta problem. It's like what the hell the developer's doing problem. So normally when you pick something up in VR chat, right, you pick it up, and then you can do literally everything the same. There's no difference. But Resonite had the
Yeah.
insanely innovative idea so that when you pick something up, it swaps all of your controls. Because everyone knows that when you pick something up, you're like, you can't do anything, right? Because you're holding it. Whoa, whoa. I don't understand. It
Yeah.
makes it. What was it? It was like it guided with your hand or some shit, and it like
No, yeah.
flipped your.
So when you pick something up, to then like so the thing about Resonate is that items will usually have interactions with them. So you then use the joystick to do those interactions. Like if it's a gun or something, you might use it to navigate a menu for that item. But then what it does is that it moves all your movement and turning controls to the other controller. So you do like forward and backwards to move forward and backwards, but then to move left and right, it also turns your camera left and right as well, like along with actually moving. So it's very just straight. It's just very disorientating and awful, and it feels very like just shit to use. And I don't know why they've done it like that. And I couldn't find any menu to turn it off.
Yeah, that's another thing. I know a lot of Resonite people who might see this. They might immediately be like, "Aha! Well, you see, there's actually a setting to turn that off," or, "Well, it isn't. You guys just don't get it. You didn't go to the right worlds." At the end of the day, every criticism we put forward is a new user experience criticism. Like, like we tried to just do whatever. We try, like when you learn to VR chat, it's pretty simple. They give you the gist of what's going on. And to be fair, Resonite's intro was actually like it was really cool. It was
Yeah, I really liked it.
like it showed it off, and I was like, wow, if this is literally like just VR chat but with better graphics and like more customizability, like, oh yeah, I mean that sounds cool. But no, it's like just nothing there. And then this is sort of a criticism, more of like pretty in-depth criticism, but for some reason they made the avatar builder like really fucking weird. Like I think they tried to make it a little bit easy to use for your average consumer, but I think that they're falling into the, when like Overwatch or a game tries to add a mapping tool, but it's just like too bare bones and it doesn't really give the players enough.
Yeah, like they've simplified it so much that it's doesn't work for most things. Like I personally felt like this model here, I tried to import the FBX, but what it did is it only imported the head and hair and the weapon. And even if I tried a different model, another FBX, and I tried an MDL, it loaded the model, but it was just gray text, like there was no textures at all. And even after, because the way it does it is so you load the model and then you can adjust where the head and hand placements are. But even when you do that, it just won't animate the stuff, even if it has bones, even if the model has bones. So I feel like maybe having their sort of avatar creator almost be inside the application isn't the best, because
Mm.
it's not easy to use. If it was like a normal traditional one inside the application, doing that stuff in VR probably isn't that fun. Probably isn't too intuitive. Um, so they obviously tried to make it as easy as possible, but that has a lot of drawbacks, it would seem.
Yeah, compare that to the way you get avatars in VR chat, which granted is annoying, but only in a way that it's annoying to do like most things that have to do with like Blender and Unity and models and 3D art. So like you literally just have to put the model into Unity and download and make an account onto the VR companion app, which you can then import the model from Unity into VR chat. And it's actually, once you get all that done, it's really simple to edit the model and make changes because you can just import it and it immediately imports into VR chat. You don't even have to like exit the game or anything, so you can keep testing it and keep trying it out, even for like someone like me who has like pretty much no skills in 3D workspace. Like I know like a little bit of stuff. I've had a couple hours in Blender. I used SFM for a long time, so like I'm not completely stupid when it comes to 3D software, but I'm nowhere near as good as you would normally need to be to do something like that in a 3D software, like shit like that, like importing models into a game. So and it was still easier for me compared to Resonite, where I don't even want to touch that because I know it's going to be just a pain in the ass to do anything.
Also, another thing is their, I guess, unique inventory system, which I don't mind, but I personally felt that. Well, I guess I have 2 points for this. First of all, for any avatar that you want, you have to equip it, then save it to your inventory. So if you equip an avatar, then move to a different world, you are no longer using that avatar because you haven't saved it to your inventory, and so you just end up going back to whatever the default is. But also, me and Jibs have found that most items you couldn't even put into your inventory, most like props. So it sort of reminds me a bit of how Roblox does, or maybe used to do it, where you could buy items off of the catalog, but you couldn't. From like maybe 2015 onwards, 99% of games didn't allow you to use those items, so it just sort of became redundant. And I suspect that's already what's happened in Resonite, seeing as you can't even put them in your inventory, let alone use them.
Mm. So yeah, we just wanted to talk about Resonite because we have been trying so hard to remember to do it every single podcast for the last like 3 or 4 episodes, but we forget every single
Keep
time.
forgetting.
And I think that's really the final point against Resonite is it was so nothing and so unbelievably like just underwhelming that we forgot to talk about it. We couldn't even remember to say anything about it when we were sitting here for 45 minutes thinking about what to talk about. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I like, and it's really disappointing because we could very easily highlight many issues that we have with the VR chat. So to see something come up and try and like get rid of those issues or make a new thing that could possibly be better, like that's very promising. But somehow Resonate was just like, oh,
I don't know. I think I agree with you, but at the same time, I think that Resonite is promising. Um, I guess I will also mention that everything felt horribly optimized, and my game was. I mean, I guess I think I already mentioned this before. My game was lagging very awfully. But I think Resonite has some features that I do quite like, and I wish VR Chat had. I can't name any off the top of my head, if I'm being honest. But um, like I feel like if VR Chat had those features, then like if the games actually merged, so it felt like Resonite was just features and no actual like content, whereas VR Chat is just content with not many features, I guess.
content.
So I
Oh
feel
yeah.
like if the features came out, like
I get what you're
No, I
saying.
can't. Never mind. Yeah.
I get what you're saying. I think yeah, some of the things in I don't like how disconnected VR chat can be. It doesn't have any physics. That's always been my main complaint with VR chat. Is it doesn't have any physics, like none at all in any map you'll find. Obviously,
Well, no, I
that's
think
a bit of an
fairness,
over
some like
exaggeration. Some things have like bouncing
yeah,
balls.
some do.
Some things have bouncing balls, but in general, if you pick something up, it doesn't. Or if you pick something up, like it'll go through stuff. You know.
Yeah, but I also feel like that's not necessarily VR chat's fault because the map picker can add collision to this table and they can make it so that props like these don't just float in the air. But obviously they haven't put in the effort to do so. So I'm not sure how much I'd say that's necessarily VR chat's fault. But
I think they need
at the
more.
same time, I can't.
More.
I feel like it should be by default have collision and have gravity anyways, because of how often stuff doesn't have collision, doesn't have gravity. I feel like the default is that, or that is the default, and it should be the other way
I don't
around.
understand why every single map has pens and like it's always pens.
Because it's one dude made a cool pen plugin thing, and then every map was like, hey, I'm gonna add that now. I don't understand why it's so popular.
It's crazy. It's like
It's everywhere.
it's the exact same one, and no one uses it except for like me, and so like I don't get it.
And mirrors, I guess. I sort of understand
yeah.
mirrors, but like there's like personal mirrors. There's the face mirror.
I was at
So,
the train station the other day, and
yeah.
I saw a couple standing like staring at each other, and then it clicked. I was like, why is everyone always complaining about like VR chat models, people in VR chat always staring at each other when the people do the exact same thing in real life? It's like I get it now. I understand. I don't know dude. So I might be sick. I don't know. I might have a little bit of a coffee waffy. A coffee waffy. Do you know MrBeast is getting cancelled?
Sort of. I mean, the stuff. I mean, I don't know how much I want to talk about it, but I mean, the stuff that he's being accused of, I feel like has already been like I don't like it's all valid, but it's sort of stuff that we've known for like a millennia, and I'm a little bit unsure as why people are now talking about it.
I didn't.
There's sort of my confusion with it.
I was confused. I didn't know MrBeast had so many like avid haters. There's some people out
Well,
there
I mean,
who are like I don't know what they're thinking, but they just like hate him and they knew it all along. And it's just so. I don't know how you could hate MrBeast that much. Like, I understand not liking his content. I can understand thinking he's annoying. I can understand all that shit. But like hating him and wanting his downfall actively and like I know he's up to something. Like I don't understand that perspective. I don't.
Well, I mean, if anyone has any influence, people are gonna oppose that to the point where they are wishing for their downfall.
I did watch the MrBeast exposed video. MrBeast has been lying all along, and I kind of agree with you. There were some valid points. My main issue was there was an entire section devoted to film making. Essentially, he was like, MrBeast tries to build suspension, and he fakes it being more tense, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, he does run a YouTube channel where it's built on suspension and tension. I'd say, I'm personally, I'm fine with him making it a bit more tense if it makes the content better. So I don't like, I don't like these are the type of people who would want MrBeast to like I don't know, like what do they want from him? Like what?
I don't know.
I don't know what their criticisms are, and then people saying that he's. I love the hyperbole. I love the hyperbole. MrBeast fakes all his competitions. Here's 2 examples where he could have, so he faked all of them. I'm like,
Also, I feel like another thing is, going back to the tension thing. That's not necessarily him doing it. It's his editors. It's his team of 7,000 editors.
No, you don't understand, Sam. You don't understand. He's
that.
MrBeast. He's in charge. He should catch these things. He obviously told them to do that.
he should overlook things, yes, and he should review them. But I don't think
Oh
like
god.
he's gonna look at it and go, no, it's too tense. I don't want my 3-year-old
this content
audience
this content
fucking
is
having
too
their brains
engaging.
blown up.
This content is too
Yeah,
engaging.
like I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. Also, to a degree, first of all, I've kind of come around to hating cancellation, like canceling stuff. I think I was a bit indifferent to it before. I was kind of like, look, I understand it's kind of negative and kind of toxic, but at the end of the day, if it's getting people like Mini Lad, I'm not that fussed. But after looking at everything and all the facts and shit, I've kind of thought that it is my problem with canceling, like, canceling and shit, is it's less like a precise takedown of someone doing bad thing, and it's more of like a carpet bomb of anyone who gets anything leveraged towards them. Like, I mean, quite pyrocynical, Cabos, and PewDiePie to a degree. There's many creators who just get fucking domed by the cancellation squad, by the cancellation crew, and harassed endlessly online for a little bit before they come out with a statement saying, no, actually the person said everything they said was all lies. And then all the people who were canceling him get to walk away like, well, time to go do that again next time. And the YouTuber walks away with worse mental health issues and possibly a damaged career. So I don't know. Me personally, I think that although it is good that people like Mini Lad are getting domed, I think that there's also been this very negative, hostile culture built around it, and I completely understand why a lot of the drama channels like Moist Critical and Ludwig are now being like, actually, I don't really want to play a part in this. Like, it's so funny. I was literally thinking the other day, I was like, I'm gonna stop engaging with like cancellation and canceling and shit, so I'm probably gonna have to start watching Mogul Mail, but I do like the channel, so I don't know. And like the day after he released a video where he was like, I actually don't want to do this anymore, this shit sucks ass. And I'm like, booyah, booyah.
Yeah, I mean that's why I sort of don't really engage. I mean, it's just a lot easier to just not. It's just easy to be oblivious to these things because it's just sort of like they're bound to make you upset or annoyed. So
I
it's
try,
just,
but it's a little, it is difficult for
yeah.
my
I
circle
mean,
of YouTube.
like I'll see so like Jim still messaged me something like oh my god, did you see like the drama between this one and this one? I'm like, no, and it's because my Twitter feed is just like art. Like I'm not like I don't like it's like the only social media is from Twitter. Like I don't see these things, and I only use Reddit for like okay buddy subreddits because they're funny. No, I guess I do get some drama from there when people meme it, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people would envy you. I envy you to a degree because, yeah, it would be nice if I didn't get shit. It's just my, once you get in, it's really difficult to get out because a lot of the creators are part of it. Like, do you know that Joe Biden dropped out of the race? He's donezo, man.
Yes, I'm very aware. Yeah, I'm very aware.
I think
I don't
Trump's.
think that's drama. I think that's just world news.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
what-
Technically, on the internet, those things fall into the same category.
I mean, I think with the whole thing, what's her name? Kamala Harris. I
Yeah.
think a lot of people are rooting for her, and a lot of
Yeah, Donald Trump's
people
kind
are
of
switching
cooked.
from Trump.
Thank
to,
fuck. Thank fuck.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god. Oh my god. No, it is
Also, I think he.
Hmm?
That reminds me. I saw something earlier today where he apparently he like straight up like admitted to like pedophilia. Where I can't remember what the thing was, but someone was reading out like quotes that he had said, and then he was like, he was basically like yeah, people have said these things for millions of years, so it's not gonna change. I'm like, what the fuck? What, millions of years? What? What the fuck?
People have been having sex with
What?
children since the Greeks. All right. All right.
Like, yeah, like what the fuck?
It's
are we on
normal.
about? Hello?
It's normal. It's so fucked up. We're gonna have a real goofy goober right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy that Biden decided to drop out because he was definitely the thing holding it back the most. I'm not super into everything to do with politics, but I do keep my eye over there because I know for a fact if they start going to shit, it will carry over to New Zealand, it will carry over to like Britain and stuff. So yeah, it's not great if it happens over there, even if it's not directly connected to me, because it does, send shockwaves, especially for like the political climate, because you know, you can feel it in the New Zealand politics, the way that the more that America starts leaning more to the left versus the right, the more New Zealand starts going in that direction, and the more we start. I just right now I don't think that there is necessarily a transphobic or homophobic or racist group or not, or there is racist group, but like party, like political party right now in New Zealand. I think whether you vote for National or like, I mean, that's why I don't really vote in New Zealand, because it's like kind of whatever you vote for, nothing really changes, and in general the sort of the vibe of everyone is sways whatever, so you don't make much change. If you vote, kind of has to do more with how the media's going, but you know, if you vote anyone in, not much is going to change. Just shit like tax and whether or not you can have phones in school for some reason. And so obviously bad stuff happens. Like, we do have the good side and the bad side, but at least one side isn't threatening to kill all transgender people. You know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what that's what I'm going for. Also, Mr. Bruh uploaded a video today. Mr. Beast.
I watched a minute of it and then got I watched like maybe not even a minute, like watched like the intro, and then I was like, all right, I'm done. That's enough Mr. Beast for the year.
That's enough of this.
I just don't know. It's like, I don't know. I think I think with this video, because the part where I dropped out was when they're like, you know, oh, now they're fine, but you know, later in the video they get really mad at each other. I just thought to myself, I don't want to see that, if I'm being honest with you. So I just stopped watching the video.
Yeah, I don't know if
I don't really want to see people get upset at each other.
I'm gonna watch it probably, but only because it's not. I don't really have much else to watch. I'm kind of. I went onto the Cold Ones video today, so Cold Ones also uploaded a video. For some reason,
yeah, that was...
YouTube glitched out. For some reason, it's telling me they have 16k likes, 9.8k dislikes, and I was like, did Cold Ones get in drama? Are Cold Ones getting cancelled as well? I was like, what the fuck? But it turns out it was just a glitch. Thank God. I was like, I know, I pressed on it. My immediate thought was actually, man, this was a terrible video. People hated this one. Man, what happened? What did they say?
It was an interesting video.
I've watched like halfway. It is a rather odd video. We're dating ourselves. No, Sam, we're dating ourselves. People in the future who watch our amazing podcast are gonna be so confused. Oh no.
I don't think I'm fucking mad at this, bro.
Yeah, I don't think I'm mad at, bro.
We talked about Biden dropping out of the race, which was like,
hey man, that
2 weeks ago.
That's an epic staple. That's an epic staple.
Okay.
That's an epic staple of the world.
So, never mind. I was gonna say, we literally acknowledge that we record these the week that they're uploaded anyways. I don't think it matters.
Yeah, I mean, maybe one day we'll start recording in advance, but I don't see a reason to do that.
Well,
right now.
we've done that.
Yeah,
we've done that once.
I think, yeah, I do want to pivot this more to Cold One style. Not necessarily Cold Ones exactly, but like, let's, you know, podcasts will be rare. I keep saying that.
Okay.
I keep saying that, but keep in mind,
we actually have stuff to talk about.
it's a very long-winded process trying to get anything done ever. But I wanted to talk to you about. All right, we should tell them we went on a lovely walk, me and Sam. This is a nice. We can look, step back from the politics, step back from the drama, and just talk about how we're doing. All right, just talk about how we're doing. And me and Sam went on a lovely walk the other day, and this is not even a joke. This isn't even me making a bit here. This isn't me hitting you with the and then we got stabbed or something. We genuinely just went out for a nice day, because I had to get my passport thing, like I had to get a signature done on one of my IRD number things, which is like tax in New Zealand. So I had to essentially get verification that I was me, and they sent that off to the passport people so they can give me a passport so I can go to Japan. But we went out, we did that, and then we're like, let's go to the manga cafe. So we walked around, we went into this like bush area. So New Zealand has a lot of greenery, a lot of bush, a lot of mud. We're a very muddy country, I feel.
Yeah.
Unusually muddy place. So we walked in, and it was exactly the same as one of our old cross-country routes that we had to do for school. So that was very disorienting, because we walked in and
very scary.
we started having PTSD, and I thought Sam had transported us to a faraway land, and I was like, holy fuck, I have to get my passport renewed. What the hell? This is going to take forever to get out of this land that we've entered. But then he was like, nah, it's chill. So I love how New Zealand, you can just walk do like a bushwalk to get to get the passport signed. Like that's crazy to me. Like, did you think about that?
Yeah.
We did a mountain bushwalk so that we could go get something signed from a train station. We don't even live in like one of the rural parts of New Zealand. We live in Auckland, the most mainstream part.
Yeah, I mean, when I was living in a different house, the like 2 houses before the one we're in now, every time I got off the train from school, I'd have to walk like through bushes, over a bridge, like up a hill, and then then I'm finally on the road. But like it is genuinely like there are a lot of like just random bushwalks on like paths to anywhere.
And then, yeah, then we left the bush, and then we're just walking through the city, like a city, like an actual city. We got cars and shit everywhere. We would walk up. I mean, Auckland's a very hilly place, very mountainy, because we're built on like a whole lot of volcanoes, which sounds way more cool than it is. It doesn't really mean anything. It just means the roads are super steep when you actually get into the city. And for some reason, the
Yeah.
manga cafe, which is the manga cafe we go to a lot, it's really a really cool place, a nice local manga place. For some reason, it's like a fucking challenge walk to get to it. You have to.
Yeah, no matter what angle you approach it from, it's like steep. You have to go up a steep fucking hill. Unless you go from up the top, the thing is that the closest like bus route is like a 6-7 minute walk.
So
So it's literally just more worth it to walk up the steep ass hill.
it's actually a fucking like it's a challenge. You have to do the shonen trials to get to the manga cafe, which I mean
Yeah,
it's
every time I go there, I have to I like stand slightly like he's got like so you've got like a door and then you've got like two like windows here. I stand to the side of the windows so he can't see me. So I'll just stand there and like to catch my breath because I don't want to enter just like fucking huffing and puffing after walking up a hill. All right.
yeah, bro. So we do the challenge walk. We win. We succeed the trials. So we get to walk into the manga cafe. And they have an amazing selection. I've been there a couple of times and seen there a lot more times, but they have an amazing selection there of manga. Like I'm not talking like it's you go to a bookstore, they have manga and it's like whoa, Attack on Titan and Demon Slayer and I don't know like a single
Wow.
volume of fucking Italia or something. I don't know, like some random ass shit, and like like volume 4 of Dragon Ball. Like I don't know. No, this man's got a passion for the craft. He like there's walls, like literally it's pretty simple to what's in here, literally like walls and walls of manga and DVDs, but pretty much only manga. There's a couple DVDs, a couple merch things, but it's technically a cafe. There's also a place where you can eat, but for the most part it's just a whole load of manga, and it's great. And it's so funny how you can if you like walk around and look at all of them, there's a very clear bias towards a certain genre. Certain shoujo romance rom-com sort of style, or like slice of life type, that sort of very classic manga. Honestly, I think that would have been the trend before isekai came along and ruined everything. Respectfully but truthfully ruined everything. See, there's barely any isekai in there, which I very much appreciate as someone who like goes around the online manga space. That's pretty much all you can find in the popular section. Just in the new section, it's just all isekai. It's just all fucking isekai. So I bought a copy of Beastars. Sam bought 2 manga for a series that he doesn't have the second for. What's it? You bought the 3rd and the 4th installment.
So it's a series called The Night, and I want to reiterate this again. I did not realize that it ended, and I was waiting like 6 months for a new chapter without realizing that it fucking ended, and then I found out. I was so annoyed. But so I have volume 1, and then I went out and they had volume 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, blah blah blah. So they just didn't have volume 2. But I know what this man does. He'll see. For example, the light novel for Konosuba. I bought volume 3, 4, and 5, and then he was missing a bunch of them. But after I bought them, he was like, "Oh, there's a gap. Let me restock the entire series, basically." So by buying 3 and 4, he's gonna see, "Oh, there's I don't have volume 2, 3, and 4 of Call of the Night." let me order that in. So I'm now waiting. I'm waiting for him to say, hey, I've got all, because he gets like shipments and he'll post it on like his Instagram, like, hey, I've got these now. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for volume 2 to be there, and then I'm just gonna immediately go there. I know how this works. I've done it before.
Sam is a stalker, as we discussed. Don't ever have anything
I'm
anime
not a
related around
stalker.
Sam. He will find out where you
I'm
live,
not a stalker.
how you work,
I'm not a stalker.
and everything about you. Because this is the second time this has happened.
No, you're twisting the narrative. Okay, the aqua car thing was
I found out where he parks. I found out where his house is.
He literally, I was walking home, and then it's not my fault. His car fucking came out of a garage. It's not my fault.
He drives around all the
It's
time.
not
I
my
checked the miles
fucking
on his
fault.
car.
It's not my fucking fault. Yeah, I just saw the aqua car exit a garage, a private garage. Alright, it's not my fault. Okay, I don't fucking control these things. Alright, Fate had other plans. They're like, hey, Sam, I'll scratch your back. Look at this. I'm making this shit happen. I should say I have not seen aqua car for like a year.
Yeah, I think he's done, man. I think we're cooked. I think he left.
Yeah.
I think the dream's over.
So sad.
This is so sad. Can we get rests in can we get some F's in the chat for Aquacar?
So I saw it was the Asuka one I saw on the motorway as well. So there's still up and about, but
anyway, Mon Cafe. I bought he bought Call of the Night Volume 3 and 4. And when we were done there, we were like, you know what? Let's go get some food. Let's go get boba. So we went to go get boba, then we realized that we actually want to eat food first. Or should we discuss the fact that we went to 2 boba shops? 2. So
yeah,
when I went to 3 actually.
Well, actually, yeah. So there's a place in it's like a global chain, but it's called Gongcha, and at the moment they are doing a collaboration with Final Fantasy 14 for some reason. I don't know why, but I wanted to get one of the keychains because they looked cute, but we went to the 2 in the city and they were both out of stock. They did not have the keychains. And then we also went to another one in Auckland that also ran out of stock. So we went to 3 places and they were all out of stock. And interestingly enough, Toon messaged me like an hour ago saying that he's getting Gongcha and that they were also out of stock of the keychains.
Yeah.
So
I don't think I feel like the keychains sort of got gobbled up really quickly. So I don't think we'll be able to find them.
I'm hoping that they restock. I'm hoping.
Yeah. So we went to go get food. We were on like a road. I don't know where the road was, but it was a road that had a whole lot of different restaurants on it, mostly Asian restaurants. And I've held the opinion for a long time that restaurants in New Zealand suck balls, and I still stand by this for the most part. But we were like, I was like, I'm kind of hungry. I'm willing to try a new place because these places actually look kind of tasty. And one issue I have with New Zealand restaurants, right, is they love to jack up the price by a lot for nothing. I've explained the whole pancake dilemma before. I think I went on a massive rant about how pancakes are always the most expensive thing on the menu, even though they're the cheapest thing to make. But when we went to this place, it was like a, I think it was called like, I mean, actually I don't want to say the name of it, but it was just some, I keep in my brain, I keep trying to say the name. We went to a place that sells Asian food, and it was called something like Asian Food Place. So we and I think it was
Okay.
mainly Chinese, like Chinese centered. We went in, and the thing that actually drew me in was the prices, because I stand by this. A lot of people are like, what does it matter how much it costs? The food's good. No, I disagree. I believe price plays a big factor in whether or not you can enjoy your meal, because if you have a milkshake and it's a good milkshake, but it costs you $200, you're not going to enjoy the milkshake. You're not going to be happy with that experience, right?
Yeah.
That's how I see food. It's like when we go to a random ass place and it costs heaps of money to buy something that I've had before a million times and tastes whatever. I'm not happy with the food, even if I kind of enjoyed it or like I think it was fine, because it was not worth it at all. But this place had amazing prices. This place had really good prices, which is really rare in New Zealand for some fucking reason. It was like $17 for a meal. Normally shit costs fucking $30 for a meal, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, because I think while we were looking, you were saying, oh, we could go to a bar, but then we'd have to pay like $30 for like a mid-tier burger.
Yeah.
And obviously we found this restaurant, which was having some like quite like full meals for less than $20.
Mm.
This is all in NZ, I guess we should clarify, NZD.
I got wonton, like pork and prawn wonton soup, and I think, like, okay, I'll be completely honest. I enjoyed it. I liked it quite a lot. Again, price was good, but even without the price,
Yeah.
quite a lot. I will
What
say,
was your compliment? What was?
I will say, just speaking honestly, I think the food, like the actual dish, like wasn't for me. I don't know if I like wonton soup, but that's nothing against the quality of the actual wonton soup. I'm sure if you enjoy it, like you'll actually enjoy it. I'm sure it was good wonton soup. I'm just saying that like I like my soup being like flavorful and full. Whereas wonton soup, my issue with it is that it kind of just felt like it was like it was just drinking like the water. Like I remember I said this, and this was a compliment, by the way. It didn't sound like a compliment, but this was a compliment. I said this is what it would be like if I was drinking a river, which I stand by because it was very similar to what I imagined drinking out of a river would be. Because you're taking scoops out, and sometimes you got a little bit of leafy shit in there, and it's mostly like very watery.
Yeah, like chunks.
Yeah, you got some chunks of like leaf and like random
rocks,
like
fish,
seaweedy type shit, and
parasites.
every now and again you get a like a chunk of meat from like a dead animal or something, and it's a very gross way of saying it, but I think it still applies. I think it makes sense. You really have to try it to understand, but I still enjoyed it though. I want to make that clear. I still enjoyed it quite a lot. But you got the like beef shit. I don't know what that was. What was it called?
Yeah, I got, was it braised beef with rice? Also, the food that came out, yeah, mine was really good, but the food came out really quickly as well.
Yeah, that's another thing.
We waited for like 3 minutes,
dude,
and it was already there.
You go to so many restaurants, and you're like, honestly, you wait for like 20 or 30 minutes for your food to come out. Because I mean, I understand, like, oh, there's a lot of customers here, but I've been to a place where literally like it's just a meat place. Like they literally just cook a steak and give you the steak, and it took 30 minutes to get out. And I'm like, there's no way. How? Put it on and wait. Like, I don't know. But these guys, they were so quick. I like that in restaurants when you can get your food quickly, because you walk into a restaurant hungry. You don't walk into a restaurant almost like you want food when you walk in. You're just waiting a little bit for them to give it to you. So when they take ages, I'm like, why did I even come here? I could have gone and ordered, like, I could have bought like some shit from the supermarket, or like, I don't know. Like, is this worth it? And then you pay $30 for a mid-tier burger. It's like, wow, this was terrible on all fronts. But this place hit all the marks. It was quick, it was nice, and it was cheap. Or it was a fair price.
Yeah.
Probably wasn't cheap. I say it was a fair price. $17 for the wonton soup. I'm very happy to pay that. That was a good price. Hands in the air. Completely good. But how was your because you really liked your food. You said you were gonna go there again, maybe.
Yeah, I was thinking of going there again because it was actually quite nice. Though I do think there was they had like they had like onions, but like a mountain of like sliced, not like shredded onions, but they put like 7 kgs worth of mayo on top of it. But I don't know, I don't mind, to be honest, but like I think it was just perhaps a bit too much mayo.
I think that was coleslaw.
But I mean, at the end of the day, I still enjoyed it.
Is that coleslaw? I don't know if it was onions.
I think so.
I think it was I
Oh,
don't
I think it was.
I don't know about.
Was,
no, I was looking at it. I'm pretty sure that was coleslaw.
Are onions not purple?
Onions are purple. They can be purple, but
there's purple onions.
I'm pretty sure that's a form of lettuce as well. Lettuce can be purple as well.
Or whatever it was, but the issue was the 7 kilograms worth of mayonnaise.
I would have very happily eaten
I still
that,
enjoyed it.
honestly.
I still enjoyed it.
I fucking love coleslaw. Like, hot take gamers. I like coleslaw, rice, and mayonnaise. That shit goes hard. And y'all cannot. I know it sounds a little bit gross, and a lot of y'all are probably like, this white people at it again, making terrifying contraptions with food. I'm like, nah, you gotta try it. It's healthy for you, mostly, kind of, in a way, but it's good. It's enjoyable. It's my opinione. So then we
No, I don't think it was coleslaw. I think it was just because there were no carrots, or there was no lettuce. It was only onion.
I looked at it. I really don't think it was onion.
Well, I don't remember. When coleslaw has onion in it.
Well, yeah, it has onion in it, but it was like lettuce. Like
I think it was 99% purple onions.
okay, I'd have to order I'll order the dish, but definitely think you're incorrect here because I don't think that there was onion.
Because there was like iceberg lettuce like leaves. There were three of them. Well, actually no, there's two. There's one, and there's two other like weird parts of the lettuce edge, which is kind of slimy and weird.
We'll have to go back
But
there again at some point.
yeah. Oh no, we have to go back to eat the
Oh
delicious
no!
food.
I mean, I would prefer to
Oh
go to a different
no.
restaurant because there were a lot of restaurants on that like road that looked okay or looked good, but that one,
Yeah.
that one was still good. Like we got another place to go to. We gotta
Mm.
expand our portfolio, bro. People are gonna think that we're racist because we keep fucking going to Asian restaurants and liking them and shit talking New Zealand
Well, I mean,
restaurants.
in fairness,
It's factual. It's factual.
I think like the only non like what the fuck? Wait, look, if you go to like all we have is either like bars or Asian restaurants. Because New Zealand, like, you're not gonna have fucking like English breakfast. You know, like there's no like French or European places because they're all like the New Zealand stuff, NZ European stuff is are just bars. And so the void that the other restaurants have been taken up by Asian restaurants. So stuff like Chinese, Korean, Japanese, Indian, Southeast Asia, like it's just all that void has been filled because I mean, in fairness, Auckland is like 50%. No, not 50%. It's got quite a large Asian population.
Mm. Unusually large, honestly, considering that we like are just a random ass country.
Well, no, I mean there is good reason why a lot of people from Asia immigrated to New Zealand. But that's a topic for another day, I
Yeah,
think.
we'll do a kick-ass history lesson one day. The kick, the kick-ass.
Yeah, we'll
I'm
talk about fucking Honoheke.
So the Treaty of Waitangi was actually incredibly immoral because there was not properly translated. And the
No.
idea of land was not actually understandable by the Maori culture. So when they, yeah, so
The word sovereignty. Ugh,
oh my god.
I fucking hate that.
So yeah, Honohiki actually cut down the flag, and that started the great Waitangi War.
That's it. That's the only like history for New Zealand is the fucking Treaty of Waitangi. You just keep learning it year after year.
You
'cause
do.
there's
It's
nothing else
so
for the country.
annoying. Every year you learn it again. That the Treaty of Waitangi was because the white people came and made us sign some shit, or made them sign some shit. And it was like, I'm not black, and they were like, and everything went to shit. To be fair, when we look at the rest of the world and how they're, it is a pretty annoying trend how it's literally every single time white people come, they're like, you want to sign this contract? And then they do, and then they.
Well, no, it's the British. It's not white people. It's the British.
Oh yeah, the
It's
British.
it's the fucking colonizers. They had like 80% of the fucking Earth's surface because they just kept fucking over the other cultures.
we to be fair, we came out pretty good. Okay, we came out pretty good from that endeavor. I feel. All right, the Maori people are still very well respected.
Yeah.
They don't have everything back, but they're at least still alive, which you can't really say for a lot of the Australian Indigenous people. All right, we're doing much better. We're doing much better, or we did much better, I should say. All right.
Also, I guess in also fairness that our country is still quite young relative. I mean, was only established in like the late 1800s, so we only have like 150, 200 years worth of actual history.
Yeah, and it's crazy how we still fucking sucked at it. We still made terrible decisions every step of the way. Let's go. They're doing pretty good now. New Zealand's pretty good. We have established ourselves. It's kind of funny. We're on like every single best place to live like thing. It's like, what's the safest place to live in New Zealand? What's the best place to live in New Zealand? It's like, well, I mean, we're not the best. I think the Netherlands has taken like pretty much all of the best place to live type shit, or like that area. Which I kind of agree with. They seem to be pretty good up there. I wouldn't mind living.
Yeah, I think that it's very high on my places to live that aren't New Zealand if I were to move countries.
Mm-hmm. But I still like New Zealand quite a lot. I wouldn't move from New Zealand or right now.
Yeah.
I'm definitely never gonna move to America because you have to do your own taxes there.
Yes. I'm not moving. Yeah, the States is probably near the bottom of the
Yeah.
list.
So yeah, I mean, I'm happy where I'm vibing. We're vibing. We're gonna probably go to a couple more restaurants. I'm happy we found a restaurant to eat that's in the city. You know, I'm happy that we have somewhere that isn't in fucking Newmarket. Newmarket is this.
Yeah.
I guess what you call it, like a shopping collective, shopping district collective, where it's like this small section that has a really big mall and roads and a couple restaurants, and it's kind of barren and like it feels really empty, in my opinion. Like it feels like a small town in a wasteland.
Yeah, I think it's just because the main road is like 4 or 5 lanes
Mm.
at times,
I,
so it does feel quite open.
it's so annoying. And then, but when you're in the city, it can feel pretty good and packed. So that's nice. Feel I still feel it still feels empty though. That's the annoying part. Still a tinge of
Well, I think it's
emptiness.
because actually I think because there's like a long row of like I don't know if they're pop-up shops, but there's just a long row of shops that just keep coming and going. Like I don't like there's just a lot of empty like shops. Like it's just completely barren. Like you'll see, a shop, being under construction or whatever, and then oh well, they're open, and then like 3 months later, there's just nothing there. It's just fucking you're gone. So it just keeps everything just keeps coming and going.
Yeah, it's like I mean it's probably is my favorite part of Auckland is the city there, that like small section. It's either the small section when you get out of the Britomart train station, like that area that we are always seem to find ourselves in, or it's the place that I was talking to you before, like the square that has like the cinema, and it used to have a Starbucks which like had a giant mirror on the roof, but they got rid of that unfortunately, because there was this tiny fucking fuck off Starbucks at the bottom of the road anyway. So why they need the big one that everyone actually
Yeah.
liked? It's just so annoying. I like the fucking for the Auckland city, Auckland place. These guys were scared of it, and I keep saying that. I need you guys to clarify. Are you still scared of the city? Are you still terrified?
When was I scared? When was I scared of the city?
You're gaslighting me now. This is incorrect. Yeah.
No, no. Jibster, Jibster has vocally said, "Oh, I don't want to get stabbed or whatever." I seriously do not recall saying I am
You
scared or
agreed with him.
petrified
You
of
were
the
like,
city.
yeah, I don't really like the city. I don't want to go in this city.
No, I think what I would have said is I don't like the 7,000 homeless people there.
So you're not scared of the city. You don't like the homeless people.
Yeah, because
That sounds bad.
unfortunately New Zealand has quite the homeless
We have I
problem.
feel, yeah, we have like my issue with homeless people. Obviously, they need help. Obviously, they need to get shelter. Obviously, the government needs to do not. I don't want to say the government needs to do something about them because that sounds really hostile. The government needs to help them get back on their feet. But the problem is the homeless people are not. They're not very good at marketing. They're not. They don't put up a good image for themselves.
Yeah, it just makes me. It's more so that it just makes me feel uncomfortable, and as someone who is petrified of people already, it does not help.
And don't get me wrong, I understand that they can't go have a shower, get a suit on. Like, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying maybe don't come up to kids and be like, "You kids want a cigarette?" Like, maybe don't do that. Like, that's what I'm saying. And obviously, these people are fucked up mentally because of the situation that they're in. But it's very hard to feel sympathy to the specific homeless people, rather than the homeless people as an idea when they do shit like that often. Also, they always smell bad. Always. Always.
Yeah, because they can't shower.
I'm just saying, it's a fact, bro. It's a
The fuck-
fact.
yeah,
It's a fact. It's a fact.
okay.
It's a fact. What do you want me to say? It's a fact.
I don't know. I mean, never mind.
They smell bad. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. No, I don't hate homeless people. I just keep my distance. It's probably best way of putting it. Yeah, we're gonna get cancelled, dude, for saying that we hate homeless people.
No, I think you said that you hate homeless people.
I don't hate homeless people. When did I
You
ever
just said
say? When did I?
before.
No, I said I don't hate homeless people.
So see, I can just edit that to make it say that you do.
You don't even have
But
you don't have any footage of me. You don't edit these podcasts, all right?
I can just get the podcast afterwards, though. I can make a clips channel, kitkast clips channel.
That would probably do a lot for the channel, but
Kitkat hates homeless.
I don't really want 2-year-olds watching the content.
Put on YouTube Shorts and TikTok and Instagram Reels.
I love kitkast. I love kitkat. My favorite character is Sam. I love
It should not be. No, do not. I'm not anyone's favorite. I want it to stay that way.
My favorite character is
I don't want
Sam.
any attention.
He's so relatable. He's so cute.
No. No. No.
Yeah, I should only be the favorite character of everyone. If KitKat is not your favorite character of KitKast, then you're doing something wrong.
Yeah, it's called kitkast, right? His name is the only one.
We're
who's
definitely
involved in the
rebranding.
channel.
We're definitely rebranding when we fucking switch over everything. What should our name be? Let's brainstorm a couple new ideas. How about that?
We need a think tank.
We need to think tank some ideas. Post your ideas of Post your ideas of different like names we could have for Kitcast. I'm thinking like we gotta have something that represents us, you know? I mean, honestly, Kitcast isn't that bad. My issue with it is it's way too like it's me. Like it's my name.
Yeah, no, yeah. I don't think it's bad, but
like
it only related to you.
It works really well if it was just a podcast of me, but it's not. Like it's snappy, it sticks in your head, it makes sense, it's related to a podcast, it's not necessarily overly specific, so it gives us leeway to like do anything we want. But Sam's here as well, like what? So I mean we could because we'd have to do something that has to do with both of us, has to do with the content. And what are we? You know, what are we? We're weebs. We're weebs. I'm a famous YouTuber, and you're a famous painter or artist, right?
I don't know. I don't know about that.
And we talk about. I don't want to be the leader, you know. I
feel like I think you go to happy, educated, sad.
happy, educated, sad.
I feel like that could go good.
Hess, HES. Hess group, or like the Hess. No, it needs to be something that's happy, educated, sad. Honestly, happy, educated, sad does sound good, but it might be too long. Because, you know, think about it, like, you know, I met up with the happy, educated, sad boys. Because, you know, people are talking about like meeting up with us for some reason. I guess, I mean, honestly, happy, educated, sad is definitely at the top of the list right now, though. For the rebrand, for the big rebrand that's gonna happen one day, where we change all the titles and then upload the new episode, which is exactly the same as all the old ones, except we call ourselves happy, educated, sad, or whatever we decide to go with. But there's only, I mean, it would apply to all of us. It would apply to all of us because happy, educated, sad only makes sense if Jepster was a permanent, guest, resident of the podcast. Wasn't very busy.
I feel like it's in care. If he's sad, he's not gonna be.
So unfortunately, Jester was too sad to show up. He was too sad to show up.
I don't know. He was up this morning, and then he just sort of like, come 11 a.m. He just sort of like went offline.
We have to have, because if we call it, we have to have a third thing there. Because if we just call ourselves happy, educated, it makes it sound like we're like a motivation podcast, when we're very much not. Happy. Say the Say Boys. No, happy because it's like SEH. Say this, but it'd be like Say Boys. Say Boys. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Just trying to justify, because the problem is that there's that happy and sad are oxymorons. So it kind of sounds like we go from happy to educated to sad, which does make sense actually. Actually, that makes sense for like all of our characters. That there's happy, and then you become educated, and then you become sad.
You become aware.
You become aware. You become present of the current moment. When you clock in as a child, you finally understand. The happy, educated, sad boys, and then we need a new fucking what's it called? The little icon. Profile picture, because I don't hate, but I don't like the one that we have right now. It was like, I didn't really know what to put there because before, I think, what did I have on there before? Oh no, it was like a thing of all of our profile pictures. Uh,
Yeah.
and that one was good, but the problem is that first of all, Jebster
Keep changing it.
keeps changing his profile picture. And Jebster doesn't show up all that much, and also it's really, really basic, so it's like doesn't really make sense. So I changed it because Rancid Discharge, good friend of ours, drew up my funny little cat image one time, and I was like, I'm just gonna trace over that and put the kitkast words in front. It doesn't really make sense, but it kind of works as a logo in a way. But we definitely have to change it, and definitely gonna change it soon. And that's really just a placeholder. This whole channel is kind of a placeholder of everything. So that's we keep talking about the rebrand, right? And I want to make it aware. I want to get this down on paper. That the rebrand is simply to change the perspective and the perceived idea of the podcast upon rebranding. I'm not doing it because I think that it's the plan to get everything into place that'll make us famous. All right, I don't expect literally anything to change when we change it, except for perhaps better. The only thing that I think might help with like algorithm and views and shit is the fact that we'll have like better algorithmic favor. The problem is we've uploaded a lot of slop on this channel, a lot of 9327 shit fuck cum videos, you know?
Yeah, I think it'll just make it a bit more presentable and not just like here's a bunch of slop.
Yeah. This channel was the reason why I picked it back up is because I was taking multiple months to make my videos, and I felt that I felt bad for my audience that I was just kind of disappearing before coming back with a video, and they didn't know and they couldn't see me. I crave attention. Also, it kept me I've explained so many times, but it kept me like in the zone. I was like, I'm YouTuber. I'm a YouTuber. I got like I make YouTube video instead of taking 3 months off where I'm not doing anything that has YouTube relation, which it's it can takes away a little bit. So I'm going to I do want to start editing these down soon, but like it's like
it's a lot of work.
There's a lot, man. There are a fucking lot of these.
You don't want to start.
I got so much work to do outside of no. So here's the thing though, is I've come to a decision, right? I've come to a decision, and this decision could change, but it was one of those decisions where you think of it in your head and immediately it clicks, and you're like, yeah, I'm doing that. Like that's done. That's essentially done already.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm probably going to quit my job soon-ish. In 3-ish months. I decided halfway through November is, I think, when I've decided I'm going to do it, because that's when I'll have made enough money to buy the stuff that I need for like the Japan trip. I really only need one more thing for the Japan trip. That comes out of my budget, because obviously we need to buy our apartments, which we're going to do soon. Apartments? No, fucking hotels. But I need to buy a microphone and a couple extra batteries probably, and that's pretty much it. But outside of that, really, I mean, I kind of already have I have this big battery pack that I could just like use as like a portable battery, but it's kind of inconvenient to use with a camera. So I don't know. Well, yeah, whatever. But I'm probably gonna finish or quit my job halfway through, because I really don't want to do the Christmas stuff, because obviously Christmas for retail workers is hell. I don't think I can do another whole month of listening to Christmas music over and over again. I don't want to. The thing, like, it took me getting a job to realize how stupid people were, man. I don't get it. I don't know how a lot of people function. Like, okay, so here's a story. So I work at a game store. I'll let you guys figure out which one. People are never. No, so a woman came in and she couldn't speak English. She pretty much only spoke Chinese. She was middle-aged, or not middle-aged. She was like pretty young, adult, like 20 plus old. And so she wanted to buy a game, but we were trying to communicate to her using Google Translate and stuff. We were like, okay, what do you want to get? She's like, does it work on, does it have Chinese language? So we did a whole lot of research and we're like, these games have Chinese language. Do they work on Chinese consoles? Yep, they work on Chinese consoles. Can I get it now? Yes. And then we got everything. We got the game. We put the disc in. She was like, no, I don't want the disc. I want a cassette. And we pulled up a picture of a cassette tape, showed it to her, and she's like, yeah, I want a cassette of the game. And we're like, no, sorry, we only do discs. She was like, drat, and left. I just don't understand how people like that function. How do you,
What game? What game was it?
it was The Witcher 3.
On cassette? Does that even exist?
No, a cassette plays audio. A cassette is a single fucking thing of tape.
No, I think I know, but I think she might have been looking for like a what like the like GameCube stuff as well. I am very, very confused.
So I'm just like perplexed. And then the amount of people who walk in and ask us, who put something on the table and ask with a straight face to us, does this have a discount? Are there any extra discounts? I'm like, what do you like? Do you think you're about to unlock
I mean, no,
the
I
secret?
think that's fair.
Do you think you're about to unlock the secret discount by asking us? Like what? Like what do they? We
No, I think that's fair. I mean, because sometimes I'll go to like a place and it'll be like, oh, because I don't know how your place does it, but oh, if you get 2 of these, you get like half off. You get the second one half off or whatever. So they could be asking, oh, if I get the fucking Splatoon 1 game, can I also get Splatoon 2 half price or whatever? Because that's just a special deal that you're doing for whatever reason for one day only.
I don't know, man. It's foolish to me, in my opinion.
Because I mean, like PB Tech, for example, they fucking bombard me with emails with like sales and special deals. Like if you want to buy anything from them, like it's gonna be on sale. Like if it's not on sale this week, it'll be on sale next week. They have promotions every other day. So I think that it is somewhat fair.
It's just it's crazy to me because it's like if it had a sale, we'd tell you. If it had a sale, we'd say. We'd let you know.
Well, they're still gonna ask.
I don't know. It's
I think it's fair. I think you're being a bit rude.
I don't care. These people are crazy. I don't.
You're also working in customer service, so
Yeah.
What do you expect?
It's just like, bruh. But most people are fine. Most people are okie dokie. I have a couple cute interactions with people. Some people are cool. There was this girl who came in and she was trying so hard to buy a gift card and some socks, but her card kept declining, and it was like watching someone's mental breakdown in real time because she was one of those people who just like. She's very introverted, and it was just it was very cute and very funny. She was like, I know exactly what the feeling she was feeling when stuff just keeps going wrong. Like her card was
I would 100% just fucking break down.
no, her card declined, and she was just like, I'll try a different pit. Didn't work. I'm gonna log into my bank. Her fucking Wi-Fi wasn't working, or like the Wi-Fi for the place was not loading fast enough. She's like, I'll just try my data. Data wasn't working. Tried connecting to a different Wi-Fi source, wasn't working. She tried just buying the socks. It didn't work. I'm so surprised she didn't break down crying because she looked so unbelievably stressed, and she was sitting there for like 10-15 minutes just trying to sort it out, and I kept trying to be like, it's fine, it's okay, this happens a lot to people.
The day that happens to me, I'm actually just gonna like implode. I think that'd be just like, that is death. That is just social death for me.
So
the day that happens.
Yeah, that was
You will not hear from me for like 3 weeks if that happens. I'm not talking to anyone.
that was very sad. But we get a lot of good people, a lot of crackheads, but a lot of good people, and overall it's a fine job. But I've done my time, and I do not get paid enough to deal with a lot of the shit that happens, and a lot of our upper management people, and the fact they keep cutting our hours. And I just also I wanna clock into YouTube for December and half of November. I think if I leave my job I'm probably gonna be streaming like every other day because it's fun. It's funny. It's better than I have a problem where anytime I have a day off, I've sloth out, dude. And I think it's probably because it's getting really cold right now. It's getting very cold recently. But
Yeah.
it's too cold to even sit there with like without a duvet on. Although I have been,
Yeah, I've been finding that.
Yeah.
I have a blanket on right now in my chair. I'm gonna be honest.
me too. I got a blanket on me right now. So
With my AC on.
yeah, it's fucking. But yeah, if I get into a position where I have a lot of free time, obviously I'm gonna be using that time to game out. But I've been streaming. I stream somewhat regularly. I think I'm gonna be streaming at some point every Monday, every Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday for us, because those are the days that I have off mostly. So pretty much any one of those days I'll be streaming. Because yeah, that's it. I enjoyed the stream that we did the other day. Was pretty fun. We had a lot of random ass people come in, a lot of talking.
Yeah.
It's I don't. It's a weird phenomenon. I don't really understand what people find entertaining about my streams. I'm gonna be honest. Like normally, you know, when you watch a piece of content, or when I watch a piece of my own content, I can understand what it is that people find in it, even if I don't necessarily find it myself, or if I make something. But for my streams, when I watch them back, I'm like, what? Like, what? The mixing.
I think it's more so that people enjoy, like, how can I word this? Like, not necessarily the intention, but they enjoy interacting with the main attraction, and then
Yeah.
other people see, oh, they're interacting with them, so like they become sort of the main attraction as well.
Yeah, they get to join in on the fun in a way. It's kind of awkward
Yeah.
because pretty much I've had like multiple occasions where people ask if they can play games with me, like in person. And on one hand, like that sounds fun, and I think I'd be cool with doing that as KitKat on stream. But I'm really fucking bad at like interacting with people and social interactions like that. Like it's been a problem for ages, and I might have to go to therapy for it if I'm being honest, or do something about it. Every time I'm in any conversation with people or the person I don't know, I'm constantly thinking to myself, is this good? Is this good? Am I doing it right? Am I talking to people right? They're not bored, are they? I don't want to say anything about myself because all I care about is fucking video games and fucking Japanese hentai. Like I don't fucking like. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's more like I just don't know what the fuck to talk about.
Yeah.
It's like you start a conversation, they'll say one thing, it's like, cool, well, that's that topic done already.
This is good. The good
They
thing
just
about the
say, like,
podcast,
no.
I'm teaching you how to carry conversations on. How to fucking talk to people. We're both learning how to talk to people collectively. But so that's what's
Yeah.
awkward about letting people play with me, because you know it's all well and good when we're on stream, and then they might like send me a message being like, "Do you want to play later today?" And I'm like, I don't know who you are. Like, respectfully,
Yeah.
I don't know who you are. I don't know. Not really. I got shit to do. I'd rather like play with Sam or Debster. Like I don't know. Like, hey man, hands in the air. Like, yes, I'm a streamer. Like I really don't want to build some sort of parasocial relationship where it's okay to like be forthcoming with me outside of the content. I want it to make it clear to people that I'm a content whore. If I'm playing with you, it's on stream. You know? I'm streamer, which is, I think that'll be another good thing about if I ever become big and famous and a massive cock, because it's like people will understand that they can't just like, you know, like assume that we're friends, because you know we're not friends. I mean, I feel like that's a disingenuous statement though to some degree, because although we're not friends, I still do appreciate them, and I still do like take a lot of I'm still happy that they, you know, that they're watching my shit. I don't know how to explain it in a way that like,
Yeah, like friends isn't the right word.
friends isn't the right
but
word, but it doesn't mean that I
it's
don't
not-
appreciate them in any way.
Yeah,
Well, that, like
like they're not a stranger per se.
they're not quite friends, but they're close enough. They're close to a degree. It's like still happy or whatever. But I gotta build up that Sea Dog, because Sea Dog's very good at being honest and just being straightforward with all of the shit that he does. Like that's something that caught me off guard at first, but I realized that it kind of like I don't know how to, like, for instance, during the, you know, his most recent charity event,
Yeah, I
did,
only watched the I only watched the parts with the German in it, I'm gonna be honest.
he did
But yeah,
he did a
gosh.
second charity auction, and it was funny on stream the next day talking about it. He just straight up, he was just very clear about the fact that he wasn't happy with the actors they got that time for the online bids, and I was taken by surprise on that because I was like, I didn't expect a YouTuber or anyone to do that. Like I would have thought he'd be like, like, yeah, they were fine, they were whatever. But no, he straight up was like, yeah, I was not really happy with them this time. I don't think they did a very good job. I think we should have hired other people. And I'm like, that's a very I think that's actually a good quality of him, to be so like front with it and to not bullshit
Yeah, I
people.
mean it is sort of a not necessarily like a high profile event, but it is
I'd say
still
so.
something that should be.
I raised a couple $100,000,
Yeah, well,
I'd
yeah,
say.
but like I don't want to say like it's like super professional, but it should still have
Mm.
some level of
Yeah.
like quality.
So that's the kind of the vibe that I'd want to have. I'd want to be able, like, I find it difficult to just say pretty clear to people, like, no, I'm not going to play video games with you because I don't know who you are. Because it's kind of like, I don't want to hurt their feelings, I don't want to make them feel bad.
Yeah,
I'm just too fucking, like, I'm too soft, sometimes. I don't really like being super negative and shit. That's kind of, yeah, it's like, some people were like leveraging, or some people were making complaints about Garnt or about Giguk. They were like, he's too nice. He doesn't say anything bad about anime. And I'm like, I can kind of like relate. I can understand his perspective. He just doesn't want to like rile anyone up. He doesn't want to make any big hot takes. He just wants to be like, I enjoy the shit that I enjoy, and I'm not gonna like rag on the shit that I don't. Because it's like I don't really give a shit. And I kind of think of that, and I don't know. I'm rambling. I'm fucking rambling.
yeah.
I'm fucking. I was fighting Call of Duty Zombies the other day, and I got 103 guns in this kill, and man, they should have nerfed the loose cannon. The projectile speed is. So yeah. In conclusion, I think that we've hit. Yeah, 1 hour 15. Yeah.
Yeah, we hit it a while.
In conclusion, I don't think they should have nerfed the loose cannon to get rid of its projectile speed. All right. Goodbye.